Okay, so I just saw that. I keep trying to tell this story, but I keep adding people's real name in the damn story, and I don't want to get sued. So I just saw a video where a guy said that sometimes people are miserable and they create drama when it doesn't have to be any. And as a business owner, like, I got so many stories, and I keep trying to tell this story, but I keep saying the people's real name. So I'm gonna try to get through it without saying their real name. So I hired this guy who was a registered sex offender. We're gonna call him Tom. Okay, so Tom was a registered sex offender. I had to write their names down so I don't say the wrong name by accident. Tom was a registered sex offender, but it didn't involve children. Well, the girl was a child and he was slightly older, but it wasn't like a big age difference, but it was enough that he ended up having to serve time. So he did his time, he got out, he was in a relationship, but he was having trouble finding a job, so I hired him. He came on, he was doing great, everything was fine. Then I hired a lady named Mary. Mary and Tom became friends. Okay. Chris gets hired also. Chris and Mary, boyfriend and girlfriend. So I got Tom the offender, and then Chris and Mary are in a relationship. Well, Tom and Mary decided they're going to commit a crime, but I can't say what the crime is because it'll give away the whole story. They decided they're going to commit a crime. Okay. Against somebody that Chris knows. I can't say who it is because it'll give away the story. So Tom and Mary go commit this crime. Chris knows about it. In the commencement of the crime, Tom and Mary have a little entanglement also. So they do the crime and then they do some other stuff. Chris finds out about it, okay? And so you got all this drama going on and this tension. I can't figure out why. I don't know what's going on. So finally, one night, Mary calls me at home and goes, "Did you know that Tom was a registered sex offender?" And I was like, yeah, I did know. Like, why are you calling me with this? Aren't y'all friends? And she goes, well, I don't feel comfortable working with him. And since it's COVID and I need to bring my son into work with me, I think you need to fire him. And I was like, what are you talking about? And so then her boyfriend, Chris, is in the background. Yeah, you need to fire him. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I'm like, I'm not firing him, but baby, you fired. You're the one that I'm going to terminate. And she was like, why you terminate me? Because I'm like, you causing like a lot of drama. I don't understand what's happening here. Y'all are supposed to be friends. I'm not comfortable with this whole thing. You fired. You don't want to work there. You said you don't feel comfortable. Don't come back. Thank you. It's been nice. So then the next day, Tom comes into work and I'm like, hey, Tom, yeah, Mary no longer works here. So I'm going to get some other people to come in. And he was like, well, why? And I was like, well, she called me with some information about you, and I didn't feel comfortable with it. He calls me a liar. I fired his ass, too. Drama for no reason.